How difficult the year it's been, and it really has been, particularly in California. California is kind of the epicenter right now of the drought, and it's the impacts of that drought are having dramatic effects because of the economy of California being what it is. It's such a vibrant economy. Everything is in one way or another linked to the availability of water. So when you have a water shortage, it's certainly having impacts throughout that economy, and people are paying attention from the president on down. People are focusing on what might be done differently. The severity of the drought, the current drought in California, it's been ongoing. I guess you could argue about just how long it's been going on, at least 4 years, and probably, but for a good year in the middle, it's probably been going on closer to 8. And the last couple of years have been the driest on record. Since we've been keeping records of stream flow and snowpack and so forth. It's been the driest on record. Then if you look back at paleo records, that is reconstructed hydrologies from tree ring data and things like that, we find that it is amongst the driest in the last 1,200 years, if not the driest in 1,200 years. So it's intensely challenging when you're trying to provide water for an economy the size of California. And it's not unique to California. We're seeing the drought extend up into Washington and Oregon, where now places that typically get a lot of precipitation, they've gotten a fair amount of precipitation, but now most of it's come in the form of rain as opposed to snow. And you asked about how this might be the new normal. I don't know if this is the new normal yet, but we're told to expect, when we think about how climate change is starting to affect our environment, we're told to expect that we are going to have longer droughts, more frequent droughts, the very things that we're experiencing right now. So it may already be those things that we're beginning to see. I think that we've got to learn to use our water more effectively. We've got to learn to conserve and make sure that we get the full benefits of the water, but without always assuming that there's going to be more water. And as we learn to do that now in California, and in part that's through really close coordination with other resource agencies like the fish agencies, the Fish and Wildlife Service, the National Marine Fisheries Service, the California Water and Fish Agencies. Really close coordination amongst all of the water and resource managers is teaching us to get kind of squeeze all of the flexibility out of that water management system. We've got to learn from that, and we've got to get better at that, because that's likely to become more of what we deal with on a year in and year out basis.